Good afternoon, everyone. This is my first World HRD conference, and I feel very privileged and honored to be here today. As I was sitting amongst the audience, I was reflecting on it, and I thought that this room is full of people who shape the future of an individual, shape the future of an organization, and hence they shape the future of the country. So thank you very much for having me here today. I'm going to talk about a product that we recently built and launched. And this product is about, our own journey from hiring, going through the hiring pain on a day-to-day basis, to building something that has made our hiring more of a fun and joy than the pain. So, over a period of time, in last 7 years since I've been running this company, which is Diacto Technologies, by the way, is another company, purely based in data, AI, and innovation. We are a technology company. We have been building product and innovation for our customers, and recently, about a year back, we decided to solve our own hiring problem. And this product stemmed from that our own personal experience. So every time we had to hire somebody, the process of bringing people was very painful. Right from getting hundreds of resumes, to screening them, to talking to each individual, to figuring out whether they have the right communication skill, they have the right attitude, they have the right experience and skill set to be part of our organization. And this has been an ongoing challenge and pain for our HR, and eventually it boils around to us as well, but we are probably a lot more protected because of the HR. So we decided to solve this problem. In the world of AI and technology, I thought there was a better way of dealing with this problem, and hence this product came out. So I'll just introduce you to this product.
Hundreds of resumes. Only hours to cut through the noise and find the one, the perfect candidate buried somewhere. But not anymore. The search for talent just got a serious upgrade with CandidHR.ai. CandidHR.ai is an AI-driven hiring platform designed to revolutionize recruitment with speed, precision, and fairness to find the best candidates instantly. But why CandidHR.ai? Get rid of such hiring pains. Introducing CandidHR.ai. Create a custom job description in seconds. Post it on platforms and watch the candidates roll in. That's not all. Get custom tests, AI interviews, and much more under a single integrated platform. It's recruitment, but faster, smarter, designed for the future. It's CandidHR.ai. Reap the best results every time.
How many of you from the recruitment team, can you raise your hand, please? Do you guys have fun recruiting? Right? So, obviously you saw the brief demo, basically product overview, but I wanted to walk you through the platform. I wish I had the opportunity to show you the real life demo, but this would be very close because we have taken the screenshot of the product itself. So the way it works is, first when you log into the portal, it allows you to create the job description using AI within seconds. You give the keywords, what you want to hire for, and then use the AI to generate the job description. You can edit it, you can modify it, and you can and then use it for posting. Now, as part of the job description, there are other elements that are part of the process. That's where this is a very interesting and exciting. I know you must have seen resume matching or resume screening. There are plenty of product out there, but this is truly an end-to-end product. So what happens is we want to ask the question we are interested in for the job that we have opened. The question that are specific to the job, we want to ask specific to that particular candidate. Also, depending on the candidate's experience level that we are looking for, we can customize the weightage, and accordingly the job resume and the job description both are matched. So it's based on the way you customize it for the matching part. And on the right hand side, you see here you can give questions that are relevant to you for this particular job. So otherwise you will have to call the candidate to find out the red flags. Hey, are you willing to relocate? What's your salary expectation? And so on and so forth. There are tons of questions that you could ask, and all of these are customizable. The questions that you ask is up to you. None of them is enforced. You can choose to ask question or not to ask question. The choice is yours. Apart from this, at the time of setting the job description, you can also ask the oral question. For example, tell me something about yourself. Most of our hiring is dependent on the candidate's communication skill, because we talk to international customers, and communication skill is a big deal for us. So in that case, you can ask the question to assess the communication skill at the first stage itself. So you can pretty much ask about the job, about the skill set, about personal individual themselves, and record it. So all of the responses of the candidate gets stored in the system. You can refer it at any given point of time. The next beauty about this product is you can share the job description with the other hiring managers. So it's not just the HR is seeing this, even the hiring manager is involved in the process. So they have the visibility as to who is coming in, who is applying for the job, and what are they saying, what are their skill sets. So they're looking at everything. Now once you create the job description, you can post it. So you can copy this URL that's created by the system and post it anywhere in the social media platform. You can send it on LinkedIn, you can send it on job portal, anywhere. Yeah? And that's where the candidate would apply for the job. So here is an example that we posted the jobs on our portal. So for example, these are 6 jobs that are open on our portal. And if any candidate wants to apply, similar link can be provided on LinkedIn also. If any candidate wants to apply for the job, they click on that link, and this is where they land. On the left hand side, they will see the job description. On the right hand side, they will see the questions that you wanted to ask the candidate related to your job. And these are all customizable. Once the candidate applies for the job, answering the questions in the audio format, the text format, or the resume, and even 1-minute introduction video you can upload as part of the application. Once you apply for the job, this is where the portal will show you. So this is where you can see all the jobs, and here you can see the number of total applicants. This is an example. Total applicants applied for this job, right? And when you click on this, it takes you to the details of the candidates who have applied for the job. So pretty much anything, and this, by the way, is shared with the hiring manager as well. If you wish, you can share it with the hiring manager, and they will get the exact same visibility. So who has applied it, and AI has not only ranked the candidate, they're not eliminating, AI is not eliminating any candidate, by the way. They're ranking them based on the resume and the job description. Okay. Once this is done, you can see on the right hand side, the HR has put in their remark, under review, shortlisted, or rejected, or whatever remark that HR wants to put in. This is the screenshot that shows you the audio format, right? The responses given by the candidate in the audio format. You can play it, hear it, and if you are satisfied with the response, you can then process it to the next stage. Besides the audio format, the AI has done the heavy lifting of telling you that these are the skill set, these are the matches, and accordingly there are star ratings given and the score given to that. The platform, that was the first part, which was resume screening or the first level screening. The second part is assigning the assessment. So let's say you have identified the candidate, resume is matching with the job description, all looks good, right? But now you want to know whether the candidate has the technical ability or a soft skill or any skill that you want to evaluate. You can create the test, MCQ based test, technical, non-technical, aptitude, any test for that matter. We use AI engine behind the scene. You can create those tests in no time and randomize it and send it to the candidate. So not just the screening, but you are doing the test also. Sorry for the misalignment a little bit. Once the candidate respond to those tests, their score will come in here. The section below actually shows the question and their responses. In the interest of time, I did not add those screenshots, but you have the question and what were their responses, correct response or incorrect response. All of them is part of the tool. Once the candidate is passed, they have cleared the assessment and you have graduated them to the next level, then you can send them video questions. And these video questions are technical as well as non-technical. It is up to you. Typically in our organization, what we do is we identify about 20 questions for any job and say, go ahead and ask 6 questions randomly to any candidate. And based on that, we assess and we figure out whether the communication skill, the personality, the ways they articulate, and so on and so forth, whatever we want to assess, we assess based on the video interview that we see. And though there are AI summary, but we highly recommend using a human intervention, human judgment also in the process. Here is an example. The candidate has responded to these questions. These are obviously this is our employee, and this is a test example. So we are not disclosing any customer data here. Okay, so the person is responding to the video, and we can play the video and hear him what he said. And he is responding to the question, not the AI question, but the question that you are interested in getting the answer to. Yeah? So in a way, our objective was to enable HR in the entire hiring process, where the HR do not have to make hundreds of calls to get the candidate on board, to understand whether they fit for the job or to understand whether they have the right skill set or not. The idea is, once the job is posted, the candidate will go through the journey in the tool, in the system, and behind the scene, once the candidate submits their responses, HR can review it as if you are actually talking to the candidate, you are actually interacting with the candidate. So there is a nice blend of human as well as AI coming into play. So we are not saying AI is dominating, AI is not. AI is assisting or enabling in doing the job that HR or talent acquisition team probably want to delegate, because they are not really any value added stuff. Any question? Internal referral system. You can add a field. Like I said, any question or any input that you want for a job, you can add a field saying, are you referred by any employee? So then they can put in any referral information there as well.
So for example, something that can be circulated internally. So the job posting you're saying, the candidate will have to mention that they were referred or something like that, right? But for internal postings and for our own employees to have this system AI to input their referral or something like that.
Sure, you can do that. So imagine this: if you're not posting it on a social media site, it's as good as private. You can post it internally, and there your internal employee can also apply for the job. Another advantage that came to my attention is we hire a lot of people from campus. Right. Lot of people. In fact, hundreds of people we evaluate from campus. It is nightmare for us to go and camp in the campus and recruit people from there. What we do is we simply give them a link. This is the job that we have opened. Ask the candidate to apply through that portal. Now, when candidate applies through the portal, it comes to us, and we look at the candidate offline and say, these are the candidates we want to proceed to the next stage, or we don't want to proceed to the next stage, right? I think this has added tremendous efficiency in our own hiring process, and I believe this will add tremendous hiring efficiency in everybody's hiring process. That's my personal belief. Any other question? I wouldn't want to go into comparison mode, unfortunately, but
I just asked, how is this different from that?
So here you can customize a lot of things, like one platform which shows the entire journey of a candidate for all the jobs. You can have hundreds and thousands of jobs, hundreds of jobs created and thousands of candidates applying for that, and you can, I don't know if I have that slide. You can see the journey. Okay, how many candidates applied in the previous stage? How many candidates applied in the previous stage? Each stage, how many candidates came in and then kept on dropping. So it's all under your control, right? It's not under LinkedIn's control. You have entire journey of a candidate within your control.
Yeah, I am just curious to know, this will be only based on the people who are applied, right? Like, you cannot search by yourself. Like, AI will search it and give it to you, and you have to scan those.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think what we are trying to do is eliminate the noise. On the job portal, that's personally our experience has been that job portal has got millions of people. But how many of them are actually interested in my job? So once they are interested in the job that we have posted, that's where the journey starts. We are not going and sourcing, saying, all the job portal, everybody come into this portal and apply from here. So we can publish this on the job portal. It's up to candidate to apply for it or not.
Yeah, no, like I don't want to quote any platform, but when we do job posting, a lot of, like as you mentioned, even when they apply, they just generically apply and because it pops up. So does AI help in screening at that level, or allows any application to get processed and come into the inbox that this particular candidate has applied, or does it do in between screening?
So at every stage there is a screening. For example, there are three major stages, right? One is the screening stage, first stage. In the first stage, you do resume matching with the job description. Also, you get the audio sample based on the question that you wanted to ask candidate to respond to. And third is any other question that you have which could be a red flag. For example, are you willing to relocate? What's your salary expectation? And so on, right? These are red flags. These three are very, very important aspect that you would want to evaluate first stage. So that's the first stage. After the first stage is done, the candidate is applied, all of these three stages, you get the response in the first step itself, right? Once you are satisfied saying, yes, the candidate is saying the right thing, verbally they are able to articulate and you are happy with the candidate. After that, you can take a step saying, okay, I want to progress this candidate either to the video round directly, if it is a senior management position, or let him go through the technical assessment. It could be any technical IT related assessment, or non-IT related assessment, or even non-technical assessment. So that's the second stage. Once you're happy with the second stage and let's say the score is good enough, then you can promote the candidate to the video round of interview.
Got it. Thanks.
There's one question there, please. Yeah.
Right. Just to give a bit of background here, long before AI came into the picture, even 2 decades ago, we had LMS, right, Learning Management System, right, which was a massive software.
Yeah.
A lot of data could be fed in, right, and it would manage the entire training calendar for the entire year, right. Now, what I see here is a brilliant software, so hats off to your programming team on that. But what I see here is fundamentally a recruitment and selection management system, like an RMS, equivalent to an LMS, right, which is taking a truckload of data, right, analyzing it, parsing it, right, and then presenting decision outcomes for us to take a hiring decision on. Where I'm not convinced, and probably it's my poor understanding of your software, where exactly is the AI element coming in here? Because so for instance, let's say if of the 5,000 applicants who applied last week, we finally selected the top 5, right? Can this tool tell me in 1 year from now, who among these top 5 would be likely to be the top performers in the organization at that level? That would be AI. Right? Some predictive element has to come in for a technology to be called as AI. Otherwise, it's just a very impressive software program. That's my question.
Yeah. So we're not there yet, the predictive part. Okay. So what we are doing right now is the stuff. So for example, take a practical scenario. You want to hire people. You have opened up a position. Now hundreds of resumes pour into your mailbox, right? Now somebody has to open the mailbox, read through those resumes, and put them in a spreadsheet saying, okay, ये बंदे का ये skill था, इसका contact detail ये है, and so on and so forth, right? That's a manual effort. Here, zero manual effort. Once the candidate applies for it, the AI automatically collects all the information, segregates them, put them in the right perspective, so HR would not have to do any manual entry at all. So that's why I was saying that the only time where we felt the HR can be very productive is when they have screened the candidate and said, yes, this candidate makes sense, now let's proceed. The predictive part of it, we are not there yet in this product. I don't know whether we would want to, especially in the case of hiring process. Now we can bring in elements like non-technical assessment, right? Behavioral assessment. So we, behind the scene, for assessment creation, we use AI. So you can give a keyword saying, I want 100 questions for behavioral assessment. I want 100 questions for, let's say, aptitude test, and so on. We will generate the test, and the test to the candidate would be sent accordingly. So you can assess based on what you want to assess. So the AI is used in the first part, screening part. The second is the generating the tests that are relevant to you, because we will not be able to create the test for the whole world, right? But the AI can possibly. So it is a collaboration, and I think it's a nice blend of human intervention as well as the AI. We are not saying that AI is going to dominate the whole hiring process. It's a nice complementary blend that we have created in this product.
How this product is compatible with other HRMS? Like it doesn't serve the purpose of the total employee life cycle. So there must be some other HRMS also over there. So do you have any?
Great question, and I keep hearing this question. So let me clarify. There is one side which is job portal, right, where all the LinkedIn's and a lot of big players, big boys are already existing. Then on the other side, there is a HRMS system where the employees' payroll, attendance, and everything is recorded, right? We are the bridge between the two. We have the API that we can provide to ingest data once the employee is recruited into the HRMS system. We are the bridge. We are not trying to go into either of these space, because this is a gap that we clearly see in the market today.
No, I was only asking about the API, if you have with SuccessFactors or Workday or...
We have the API to pull our data. If you have any product that we can get access to and your product has API to push the data, we'll be happy to push that as well.
How do you calibrate the skills if you want to refine skills, or does it purely pick on the basis of a job description?
So if you can, so during the job, sorry, I'm going backward. I'll show you in a second. So at the time of job description creation or job creation, there are 5 elements that we have provided, right? Skill, experience, project, education, and certification. Amongst these, depending on the level of experience you are hiring, you can distribute the weightage, and based on this, the ranking of the candidate will happen. Like I said, the candidate do not get filtered out or knocked out by default. The system will only tell you that what is the match based on the rank that you have provided. So let's say if you have high skill but no experience, let's say you're hiring fresher, right? So you cannot give higher weightage for the experience because you're hiring fresher. So in that case, skill might be more weightage or certification might be more weightage. So depending on that, whatever you provide for the job, it varies and it compares with the resume and scores the candidate.
So one practical challenge that I see, right, and we do also use AI softwares. So if you put skills and if it's purely called out on the basis of skills and candidates are smart enough to call it out based on the job description, right, then the whole calibration or the matching exercise is lost.
That's correct.
The software is successful only when you're able to see the skills into the work experience bit of it. And I think I'm still failing to see a tool which can capture that.
So we have something called relevancy score. I hope I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah, my question is on the relevance scores,
Yeah.
where does it pick from? So if the resume has the words, then if it picks it up, then it's still irrelevant for me, because if I take a fresher, say for example, he has skills like generative AI, say neural networks, etc., right? He's just put it in skills section, but I'm looking for someone who has actually worked on it.
Correct.
Then how does your system then match the scores?
I think our relevancy score has some intelligence built into it. Whether in your experience section, if you have used something which is related, let's say Python related program. Now you may not have explicitly specified Python. I'm using Python just. You may not have explicitly specified Python, but if you have used one of the library in the project description, it will pick it up in the relevancy score. It's not really 100% match, but it will pick it up in the relevancy score.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it still is an extra effort because
It is.
matches
It is.
just based on the words.
And trust me, it is, because from our experience, because there is a AI, there is a job description, the children are very smart these days.
Exactly.
Right? They will put it on the chat GPT, so generate me a resume based on this job description, right? And they will create it. And that's why we believe the resume screening itself is not sufficient. Most of our filtering happen at the first stage. Even if they come in and show us top, first 10, we may not even end up hiring any of them, because they're all, job description can be, resume can be made up. And that is where the other, the audio responses and the other detail, which are showstopper or red flags detection, will come into picture. For us, communication skill is a big deal. And that, for us, 70% of our filtering happens just based on the audio. We don't care about the skill set because we train them anyway. So I think to answer to your question, yes, the job description and resume matching will not give you perfect answer because they can be fudged.
You can meet Omprakash. He is right here. His table is reserved. Whoever wants to get in touch with him, please see him. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Give him a big round of applause. Well, we would like to thank you. So may I invite Dr. Anupama Vaidya to be on stage to thank Omprakash. Omprakash, can you be up on stage?